Go ahead and call the Hazelwood City Council meeting to order. Ask everybody to please stand and please join in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. If you please remain standing, we'll have a moment of silence for those serving overseas for our country, those serving here at home, and also our employees and staff members here at the City Hall. Most importantly, our residents here in the city of Hazelwood, and anybody of us that have lost a loved one or a friend here recently, let's please remember them. Thank you. You may be seated. Go ahead and ask for roll call.
Mr. Abishon?
Here.
Mr. Marquez? Ms. Wadlow? Here. Mayor Robinson?
Here.
Ms. Matlack?
Here.
Mr. Taylor?
Here.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Ms. Hatton? Here. Mr. Hoops?
Here.
Quorum is present.
Next, we have amendment or adoption of the agenda. Is there any discussion?
Move to adopt, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
We need the table 5B. I don't have all the necessary information from Hazelwood West High School to complete that proclamation.
Okay. We can do that at the time.
Okay.
If that wouldn't be in the printed agenda, but we can do that at that time and everybody would be having ask a question or take consideration of the table at that time.
Yes, sir.
There was a motion. If there's no further discussion, I need a second. Oops. A motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Next, we have the consent agenda. Is there any discussion on the consent agenda?
Move to adopt, Taylor. Second.
For the motion to adopt, no further discussion. This is consent agenda and roll call vote.
Mr. Abishon?
Yes.
Ms. Wadlow? Yes. Mayor Robinson?
Yes.
Ms. Matlack?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Hatton? Yes. Mr. Hoops?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Next, we have 5A, employee introduction, telecommunicator Tracy Church.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council. Tonight, we introduced to you one of our newest telecommunicators, Tracy Meter. She has 16 years of experience as a police dispatcher, serving the communities of Bridgeton, Jefferson County, and St. Anne. A 1988 graduate of Jefferson College Police Academy. She initially chose to be a stay-at-home mother with her children. And how many is it? Five, and then you have like four,
I have four stepchildren, yeah.
okay, good. Married to Michael, a Bridgeton police officer who she met on the job. Tracy is a proud mother of 5, stepmother of 4, and then grandmother of 6. In her free time, she enjoys sewing and watching Hallmark movies. Don't we all? We are excited to welcome Tracy to our city and look forward to the dedication and experience she brings to our team. Welcome, Tracy.
Thank you very much.
You have family here?
No.
Okay.
They're all working and my children are all grown up, so. They have more important things to do.
They're planning out your free time. Robert, if you want to go ahead and make your table motion or?
I'm making a motion to table 5B, the recognition of the Hazelwood West DECA team. I don't have all the information I need from the high school yet.
Is there any other discussion? Huh?
Table to the next meeting?
Just table.
Fine. Or we can
Just table it.
just
and then
table it
it's
for now.
open.
And I'll let you know when I have all the information.
You need a second?
I didn't know if there was any discussion or questions about the project. No? Second. Been a motion and a second. All those in favor to table this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Next, we have proclamations and resolutions. We have 6A, we have a proclamation, National Public Safety Telecommunicator Week proclamation.
Proclamation 2502, whereas public safety telecommunicators are the unsung heroes of emergency services, providing critical assistance in times of crisis and ensuring that help is dispatched swiftly and accurately. And whereas the dedicated telecommunicators of Hazelwood serve as a vital link between the community and emergency responders, demonstrating professionalism, dedication, and calm under pressure in the face of life-threatening situations. And whereas the theme for National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week 2025, interconnectivity, reflects the essential role telecommunicators play in connecting emergency responders, coordinating resources, and ensuring seamless communication to protect lives and property. And whereas public safety telecommunicators embody the spirit of interconnectivity by working together as a team, building strong relationships with emergency personnel, and fostering trust within the community. And whereas the city of Hazelwood acknowledges the hard work, dedication, and sacrifice of our telecommunicators, recognizing that their ability to maintain and enhance interconnectivity saves lives and strengthens public safety. Now, therefore, the Council of the City of Hazelwood, Missouri, does hereby proclaim the week of April 13 to 19, 2025, as National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week in the City of Hazelwood, and encourages all citizens to join in expressing gratitude and appreciation for the important work performed by our telecommunicators.
Thank you very much.
Second. There's been a motion and a second to approve. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed? The ayes have it. Now we have National Animal Control Officer Appreciation Proclamation. Dan, would you please step forward? He had a suit on the last time he was here. His gear on today. I see.
Proclamation 2503. Whereas the National Animal Care and Control Association has designated the second full week of April as National Animal Control Officer Appreciation Week. And whereas animal control officers serve as dedicated professionals who work to protect the welfare of animals and ensure the safety of our community. And whereas these officers enforce animal control laws, rescue animals in distress, investigate cases of animal cruelty and neglect, and educate the public on responsible pet ownership. And whereas Hazelwood Animal Control Officer Dan Barr has demonstrated exceptional commitment and service to the city, exemplifying professionalism, compassion, and dedication in safeguarding both animals and residents. Now, therefore, the Council of the City of Hazelwood, Missouri, does hereby proclaim the week of April 13 to 19, 2025, as National Animal Control Officer Appreciation Week in the City of Hazelwood, and encourages all citizens to join in expressing their sincere appreciation for the service and dedication of Animal Control Officer Dan Barr.
Like, I'm not the other one. Just tell the audience. What.
So I've got some additional officers from other agencies here that we're gonna get some pictures with.
Where are they all from, Dan?
We got St. Louis County, St. Charles City, St. John and Florissant.
Okay.
We're going a bunch in.
I probably need to have you all.
Trip all inside. Like,
Very good, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for your time. I believe there was a motion to adopt. Yes, there's been a motion and a second. Everybody in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Nine ayes.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight. Next, we have citizens' comments and discussion, which will be heard at this time and be limited to a total of 15 minutes, which may be increased by discretion of the chair or by a motion approved by a majority of council members present at the meeting. Is there anybody from the audience who'd like to come up and speak at this time? Ladies first.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I just wanted to say that the city of Hazelwood really has some excellent residents. And sometimes they have concerns and, Helena Clark Smith.
Thank you. Your
Okay.
address, please.
Sometimes they have concerns and sometimes they bring them forth and then sometimes they ask for others to bring them forth. So tonight I just have a few concerns that came from a few of the residents. Madam Clerk, I will make sure you get an email with the questions as well as possibly some pictures to go along with it. So you can disseminate it to everyone. One comment was there's a stop sign at Ville, Rosa and Mora. It's that intersection. And for some reason, either they're not abiding by the stop sign, they don't see the stop sign, but I definitely witnessed some high speed traveling at that intersection. So there's a few citizens that are concerned about that. And also there was a speed limit radar. It was there, but at that particular time last week, it wasn't working. So, you know, I don't know if we need to look into whatever batteries or whatever, but it wasn't working and it's in that same proximity. Also, there are some brushes that are at Ville Rosa and Ville Mora. And from what I understand, sometimes the kids go in there and play in the brushes. They're pretty high. So I don't know if that's the city's property or not. A car actually went into the brushes. Thank goodness it wasn't out of time when the children were in the brushes. But if it is something that belongs to the city, perhaps we can get the brushes trimmed down or either cut down and just make some green space where the children will actually go in there and use it to play. There's apartment houses that are pretty much adjacent to that area. So I'm not really sure if it's the city's property or not. Then another thing I know in different cities and I think some places in Hazelwood as well, we have some speed bumps. And we need to have some speed bumps definitely on Ville Rosa, Ville Maria and Ville Cecilia. I don't know if we can do some removable speed bumps so we don't have any problems when it's snowing, but the speeding is excessive. It's excessive. Someone else asked if we could repost about the neighborhood watch. I think some people are concerned about joining or either starting neighborhood watches in their communities. And so maybe if we can post on Facebook, city's Facebook page or website, exactly the procedure to join a neighborhood watch or to start a neighborhood watch. Also, a resident down on Tison, they're still talking about the inaccessibility that they have with some utilities or cables, and the businesses down on Tison actually have more accessibilities than they do. So I'm not really sure about that. They're saying they have unlimited connections. So that's another thing that I think we can possibly look into. And the other thing I had was There's a school that's on it's not on Ville Maria, but it backs into Ville Maria. And the residents along this little strip are having continuous problem with water drainage, especially when it rains. I don't know if we can put a retention pond or retention wall there to help them. I don't know if that's the responsibility of the city. I don't know if the school needs to partnership along with that. But the fact is the residents do get flooded when it's excessive rains because it backs straight down into their properties. So that's the other thing. And then the last thing I had, further down on Tison, I think eventually we're going to do some underground wiring. And if we are going to do some underground wiring, there's concern if maybe 6 feet into personal properties, the wiring would be done. And I think that pertained to somebody who wanted to do some yard work. But they were concerned that along the way, if we do the 6 feet into their property to do the wiring, it doesn't make sense to put down anything permanent. So I'm not really sure about that. These are just some of the comments that I received. I made a promise that I would come before the council to present those concerns. I appreciate it, and I'll leave it up to you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Marvin Davis. Marvin Davis, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Thank you. First, I want to give kudos to one of the officers. I can't think of his name. He told me his name, a young fellow. About 5:30 in the morning, I was on my way to work. Some paper boxes fell off a truck. I saw that young officer out there picking up trash, and I said, you know what, he out there. I stopped out there, and yeah, he gave me his name. I told him I was gonna come to the city council meeting and give him his kudos. I can't think of his name. He got a weird name. I mean, coming from me, you know, that was pretty good for that young man to do that. We walked it all the way to the gas station and put it in the dumpster. And while I'm on trash, who's in charge of the city department? It was a chair on Lindbergh right before winter start. It's all tore up right now. Everybody passed by it on the right-hand side. It's tore up. I mean, our city trucks pass by that. They should stop and pick that up. The cushions done blew to the other side after the tornado. They're on the other side, southbound. So, you know, maybe somebody could get one of the city trucks and just drive and just pick it up and throw it in a dumpster. I mean, I know MoDOT's supposed to do that, but this is Hazelwood. We got a lot of trucks and we all pass by that. Just make it look a little better. Another thing I want about the permit to put a privacy fence in. I can understand to have it, the good side facing out if you're on a corner lot. But if you're in the middle of a block, I think maybe we could kind of relook at that. If you want to look, you're paying all that money. You want it to look good to you because my daughter, she lives next door to me. She don't want to put a fence up, but she got 2 vicious pit bulls, and that's Florissant behind her, and they could jump the fence. Why should we give him that opportunity to look at that good side of the fence? And he's the reason why we got to put it up. I think if you're in the middle of a block, I think you should be able to put the good side into you and let it, you know, but on the end of a block, I can understand having it looking good for that block, but in the middle of a block, and it don't really matter. It doesn't really matter. I think we should look at that permit and kind of bend a little bit saying, hey, you know what? You know, people spending all that money, they want to look at something good instead of letting the neighbor look at it good. And thank you again.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Margaret Caulfield. I'm from Ward 3. I've been a Hazelwood resident, believe it or not, since 1973. And I love this community. I do have a couple concerns that neighbors and friends have started discussing. One of them is child safety off of Girard Park, and I'm addressing this to you. To access the Russell School, there's an entrance and there's a stop sign. And there's 2 houses and an alleyway that goes into the school. We have seen people, believe it or not making that stop. There's children that exit the park, the playgrounds, on their bikes and skateboards that don't adhere to it. There's been several close accidents, and I would hate to see Hazelwood have to tell a parent that an incident happened at that location. I think this is something that needs to be addressed. The bushes that are there are way above these kids' heads. So as you're coming down the street, you can't see them. As the stop sign gets blocked in by the bushes, people probably don't see it. I like to think people do see it and stop, but they don't. So rather than have this accident, let's try to avoid it and figure out what to do. The property owners, I understand their desire to have privacy, and that's why the bushes are kept tall. So I don't know if there's a way for Hazelwood and the property owners to get together and figure out height that's safe for everybody. Okay, that was number one. Number two is rental property. Homeowners in my area are talking about the increased number of rental property that were becoming more rental than private homes. Their concerns are, I have great neighbors that are renters, and there is no storage facility on these rental properties that don't have a garage for them to put their yard equipment. And this is why some of them say, why should I spend $500-600 on a lawnmower that I have to throw a tarp over? I don't know if there's a way to have something created that says if you have rental property, you have to provide a storage shed in order for property owners to maintain their property safely and keep their property safe while doing so. Last and not least, I've been here a few times now, and I was really brought to concern when I had one of the council members last month bring up the fact that these motorhomes have lots and lots of butane stored on them. And the worry, concern that he said that what if something were to happen and the proximity of other homes, that would be a catastrophe to the other homeowners. Ward 3, I went and talked to a couple people. They don't want their names brought up because they are neighbors, okay, of people who have these. One lady says she wishes something could be done because she has to take and actually back into her drive each time in order to exit safely and see traffic coming because it's blocking her vision. And I really do think that it would behoove the members of the council to go and speak with your constituents in your selected wards that have these, or neighbors to these RVs, and see how they feel about it before you make any kind of judgment that would affect their compassion or enjoyment of this community. It takes more than just 300 or 400 people's thoughts. There's a whole flock of us out there that have other concerns when it comes to RVs and boats that present that it's an eyesore in some cases because weeds go up around it. And didn't expect that. And it's just something I think that we need to talk to your constituents because that's who you're working for. Okay, this is a democracy. It's not a dictatorship. It's something that if it can be brought to a public vote, I feel it should be, and let the voice of many be heard rather than the voice of few. And I want to thank you all for the hard work you've done for the community. It's a great place to live. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Kevin Foley. I'm a 57-year resident of Villa Maria. A couple weeks ago with the storm and stuff, I wanted to express to the chief, he didn't get comments about the service that you guys provided when the storm went on, protecting everybody, keeping everybody safe from the robbers while the power was out. The problem with that is you guys are on point all the time almost, and you never get recognized. I want to let you know that you guys are. I appreciate it. I'm asking for some clarity tonight about Chief Luley suggested at last meeting about the firehouse, about building the firehouse. This council a while back voted to have the Center of Public Safety Management do a study on this. And I'm going to read you one sentence from that. And the very end, it says, CPSM does not recommend moving house number 1 to any of the 5 alternative sites. Are you guys going against the recommendations that you guys voted for a company to guide you in this? I want to know what the plans are for this firehouse. You guys need to find a solution to this. It's been an ongoing problem. It's been an ongoing problem for too long. He needs a firehouse. You guys need to find a place to put a firehouse. I appreciate it if you would find a solution for this. Thank you.
Thank you. Nobody. One word. They say thank you.
Thank you. Trying to listen.
It's ridiculous though.
I'm sorry, too. Thank you,
Go ahead.
Kevin. Is there anybody else from the audience who would like to come up and speak? Anybody else from the audience would like to come up and speak? I'll go ahead and close citizens' comments. And move on to agenda. No public hearings tonight. We have unfinished business. Unfinished business? Nothing under unfinished business. Mayor and council reports, May 14th work session agenda. Hearing none, we'll move on to board and commission appointments. Looks like I've got a couple here. We have got Scott Womble, Civil Service Board, and James Russell for Civil Service Board. Is there any additions or anybody else that has any? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the 2 appointments presented?
I'll make a motion.
A second. And a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Move on down the agenda, 12A, consideration of city designating to prepare non-binding tax rates for 2025.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, City Council, Dave Tuberty, Assistant City Manager, Finance. St. Louis County will, in the near future, begin determining the property tax liability for 2025 for all county property owners. City of Hazelwood will, as always, participate in this process. The first step is for the city to designate an individual to act as the contact for the city regarding property tax matters. As Finance Director, it typically falls to me to act as the designate for the city. The designate will be listed as the main contact for the city in regards to tax matters. I will also be the contact with the county, the one who will coordinate all of the property tax determination activities and will receive the related information from the county. As this is a reassessment year, we can expect to receive preliminary assessment information from the county normally in May and then again in July. We should receive final assessment figures by mid-September. We will be required to submit our tax rates by October 1st. We are asking for a motion to designate me as to act as the city's contact with St. Louis County. Are there any questions?
Move to be
Designee.
Second. The motion and second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? The ayes have it.
Lucky me.
David, John's all yours.
Thank you.
Mayor. Can we go back to Mayor and council? I missed it. You asked us if we had.
No, that is perfectly fine. Mayor and council reports. Does anybody have anything?
Thank you. Okay, thank you. That was quick. I just missed it. I have a couple of things that I'm getting multiple complaints on. Well, in my neighborhood, some of them are in Ward 7, some of them are in Ward 4. The Villamara, 1548 Villamara, with the big gray box truck that sits in the driveway, that's sat in the driveway for 20 years. In addition to a couple of other vehicles are in there. They're derelict vehicles. That van has, I understand it has out-of-state plates on it. We don't necessarily have anything in our ordinances that talk about how soon we have to, that I found anyway, that we have to relicense a vehicle, but the state of Missouri is 30 days. Our ordinance is 300-030 for derelict vehicles. The storage of wrecked or disassembled vehicles in various stages of disrepair anywhere on property not specifically zoned for such purposes, unless entirely within an enclosed garage as approved by the city, is expressly prohibited. It goes on to say, personal vehicles that will not cause the vehicle to be inoperable for a period of in excess of 5 days, provided a hardship extension may be granted by the city manager or his designated representative. It's been there much longer than 5 days. If we can get that addressed, and I can give this to you, Julie. The other thing that applies to that one is ordinance 395.030, open storage of inoperable vehicles or public safety hazard prohibited. Open storage of inoperable vehicles or other vehicles deemed by the city to constitute a public safety hazard is prohibited. Nothing in this section shall apply to a vehicle which is completely enclosed within a locked building or locked fenced area and not visible from adjacent public or private property, which you had just talked about when you were up here, ma'am. And those vehicles on Villa Mara are in violation of both of those. The other address that I have, I happened to be on holiday the other day, and at DeVille, the corner of DeVille, there are trucks and trailers. There's a trailer that's actually parked in the grass. And there's unapproved surfaces where the truck is. It's very visible. The ordinance for that one is 405-595, supplementary off-street parking and loading regulations. A1 and 3 are talk about paved surfaces and where you can park and where you can't park. Auto World has been a, they've had a lot of parking. They have a lot of vehicles up there. It's on, James McDonald, 801 James McDonald Boulevard. Their parking lot, the driveway to their parking lot is not an approved surface. They're parking cars in the Arby's lot, and there's a lot of derelict cars that are up there that are not moving. They're just there forever and ever. That's close to the highway. I feel like that is a good example of how we don't want Hazelwood to look for people that come through the city, that get off the highway, that go up Brown Road there. 395-030 again is relative to that issue of parking and unapproved surfaces. And my favorite subject in the world, Dollar General. I have sent, Mr. Leeser has been working on that. I've sent him several messages about the state in which Dollar General parking lot is in. They have a receptacle area that's blocked off with the gate, and then they have racks and racks of trash. If by chance Dollar General is watching, please call us. Placement of receptacle, 245-130, placement in receptacles to prevent scattering. Persons placing litter or rubbish in public receptacles or in authorized private receptacles shall do so in a manner as to prevent it from being carried or deposited by the elements upon any street, sidewalk, or other public place or upon private property. 245-110, depositing on streets, sidewalks, etc. is prohibited. No person can throw or deposit litter, rubbish, or any other material upon any street, sidewalk, or public place within the city, except within public receptacles and authorized private receptacles. This, for those of you that aren't in that area, obviously the winds have been high. The other day I was leaving for church and I look over as I come up the hill. That Dollar General is kind of up here and then there's a hill that goes down to the subdivision. And one of those racks had gone all the way down to the bottom of that hill. There was trash all over. They have cleaned out, I don't know if you've been up there, they have cleaned out those racks, but they're still up there. I have a feeling they'll be filled back up by end of the week. But we really need, if anybody with Dollar General or knows somebody at Dollar General, please have them call the city hall because we need to talk to them. I want to have a meeting with Mr. Leeser and talk to them about this is not where anybody wants to live. So I would appreciate their attention to that a little more swift than what they have been. And you can have this. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Robert, I think you said you had something also?
Yeah, I've got 2 points. I was asked to ask about the bridge weight limit sign on Dunn Road. As you go from Mow Bottom towards Dunn Ridge, what exactly are the rules on how far up the hill that weight limit sign can be? Because trucks are entering onto Dunn Road and then realizing they're in excess. But it's not safe for them to back up, so their only option is to continue to go forward, down, and across that bridge. The second thing is, I had a resident that brought me a flag so it could be properly retired. I wanted to make sure everyone is aware that there is a retirement box here at City Hall. If you have a flag that's in need of being properly retired, to bring it up here, or you can reach out, contact me. I'll come by and take possession of it, or I'll have one of my scouts come by and take possession of it, and we'll properly just get it disposed of. And then in response to Miss Elena Clark Smith, that property that you were inquired about at the corner of Villa Mora and Villa Rosa, that's an out-of-state property owner. That's private property. And there was a traffic study done by the police on Villa Rosa, I want to say in the past 24 to 36 months. So we can get you a copy of that traffic study to see, so you can see what was observed and what the results and the findings were of that.
Sorry to interrupt, but that common ground is the city of Hazelwood. You are incorrect. I know for sure that woods that segregates between the apartments and the back of my house and up to Bellman's GMC, city of Hazelwood owns that.
No, they don't.
Let's not have dialogue between the audience and council. This is a council meeting, once council done. So, is there anything else, Robert?
No, sir.
Anything else in it for council members? They want to say anything, hearing none?
Sorry, can we get a clarification? Last meeting, David Stewart had talked about some, things going in down at the rec center. Can we get a little bit more information on that? Like what it is and when and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we can get you that. Absolutely.
He just kind of passed on it and then it I've been thinking about it. I just wanted to know some more information on it.
Oh, from his quarterly report to you?
Yeah.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Anything else? Hearing none, we've already, was there anything else?
No.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I just said, no, I don't have anything else.
Yes, sir. Just a few things. I believe everybody has received our postcards about the limb collection program that has gone out to the residents. We start that the week of April 14th. We will start social media that in about another week. A couple weeks ago, we took down 2 of the dumpsters from the storm damage. This week, Republic Services picked up the remaining 3 dumpsters from the areas that were damaged. We were finding less and less storm damage debris was in those and more general garbage and trash. So we felt that that was probably, they were done with that. What you have before you is the latest city newsletter. Part of it is done by Parks and Rec, the other part is done by the city. That just to get out to the citizens. Something I've mentioned to I sent an email to the council. I want to extend a congratulations to Ron Darling, chair of our Hazelwood Green Committee. He has been chosen by North County Inc. to receive a special recognition award for his leadership of the Green Committee. North County Inc. will be hosting their annual leadership breakfast on Friday, May 9th. From 7:30 to 9:30 at the Marriott St. Louis Airport, and we'll present Ron with the award at that event. I know Julie's been in contact with you if you want to attend that. We put out a couple of tables for that. As you can see, I appreciate Captain Egan being here tonight. Chief Hudnick is not present here tonight. This afternoon, we had a special pinning ceremony for 5 new officers that will be joining the Hazelwood Police Department on Monday. Right, Captain Egan?
Yes, sir.
It was a great ceremony. They did a terrific job. Tonight is the actual graduation ceremony at the Police Academy. So Chief Hudnick is there. We have some really outstanding cadets who will be joining us. Finally, I'm going to respectfully request the council to hold a special budget session on Wednesday, April 30th, starting at 6 o'clock. Hopefully, if you agree to do this, this will be similar to the sessions that we had about 2 to 3 years ago with the round table in the middle of the room. The mayor will lead it, but it will be the idea where the budget will be presented to you and each department will be able to talk about their budget, their request. My request is to do it April 30th. First and foremost, finance can't do it on the 14th. They're out of town for some business. But if the council has any additions, deletions, corrections to it, that gives us the month of May to finalize the budget for your review so we can get it approved in the month of June. So we can start on July 1st. So with the council's permission, the mayor's permission, I would love to ask, or I'm asking you to have a budget hearing, a budget session on the Wednesday, the 30th, if it's okay with everybody else. And we will buy dinner.
Sure.
So dinner generally gets you there.
You said 6.
If it's all right with you all.
Yeah.
6. Okay.
Well, I guess, yeah, it would be appropriate to have a motion for the meeting on April 30th. We were shooting for May 14th, as
Right.
David had suggested, so we'll go ahead and first with the 30th, that there's a motion for April 30th, budget, regular council meeting.
To make a motion.
I'll second. There's been a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Guys have it. I guess it would be appropriate unless something comes up, but we can go ahead and cancel the May 14th meeting if it's council's pleasure tonight. Is there a motion to cancel?
Make a motion. Second.
The motion to cancel the May 14th in lieu of the April 30th budget meeting. And there was a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. Anything else under city manager?
No, sir. Thank you for your flexibility. I appreciate it. That's the end of my report, sir.
City attorney's report? No reports. City clerk's report.
No report.
Commission board reports. New business. Introduction of first reading of bills, there are none. Second reading of bills, we have item number 18A, bill number 5164.
Bill number 5164, second reading and consideration for action. An ordinance authorizing a contract with Golderman and Sabo Inc. for purchase and installation of partition walls at Civic Center East at a cost not to exceed $42,992.
Move to adopt. Second, Hoops.
There's been a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, this is a roll call vote.
Mr. Abishon?
Yes.
Mr. Marquez?
Yes.
Ms. Wobble? Yes. Mayor Robinson?
Yes.
Ms. Matlock?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Hatton?
Yes.
Mr. Hoops?
Yes.
Bill number 5164 is unanimously adopted as ordinance number 5046-25.
Thank you. Next, we have miscellaneous business and announcements. We have a regular city council meeting on April 16th, 6:30 PM. And we also have our added on budget financial regular meeting for April 30th at 6 PM. If there's no further business in front of the council, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Taylor. Second, Hoops.
A motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you.